So, who filled the ranks as Shadow Company for Modern Warfare 2? I really like this question, and I've actually come up with a good answer based on established lore, so let's not waste time, gentlemen. Well, one thing we do know is they are 100% PMCs. Anyways, what I think is Shadow Company ranks are made up of various specialized units like Delta, First Force Reconnaissance Marines, definitely some Army Rangers, some Navy SEALs, and X Task Force 141, and I'm definitely about to explain why. First, I'm going to establish the connection with Shepard commanding some of these units at some point, which would make him familiar with the guys and therefore explain Shadow Company's loyalty towards him. And Shadow Company coming from those units makes sense because Soap says in his journal that Shadow Company is trained like him, which means SAS or Task Force 141. In COD 4, he was in command of the Middle East operations, which means he commanded the First Force Reconnaissance Marines and the Navy SEALs that were in the area when the nuke went off. Then in Modern Warfare 2, obviously he was commanding the Army Rangers, and guess what? Funny enough, some elements of the First Force Reconnaissance are still being commanded by him, which are Stalker 2 and Viper 6-1. Anyways, they're First Force Recon, and they were participating in the invasion of DC, so that's really all you need to know. Oh, and I mean, obviously he commands Task Force 141. I don't think I really need to elaborate on that. Also, did you know those Extraction Marines, like the guys that we see near the helicopter at the end of the mission cliffhanger, they actually are the First Force Reconnaissance Marines, as they share the exact same player models as the Extraction Marines we see in COD 4. Then there's the fact that they are also commanded by General Shepard, and as we know, the mission cliffhanger was an operation put together by General Shepard, so yeah. Also, General Shepard was the one who was in command of Operation Kingfish, and this was a joint operation between Delta and Task Force 141. I also feel like I'm obligated to add this in here, but their weapons are extremely similar to Task Force 141 and the Army Rangers, so now that I've established a pretty clear connection that he has with all those units, one thing I definitely need to point out, which seals the deal for me, is all these units are active during Modern Warfare 2, with the slight exception of Delta because Operation Kingfish takes place right before the events of Modern Warfare 2. So there's definitely enough evidence to say at least the Rangers, the Task Force 141, First Force Reconnaissance Marines, and some SEALs, and maybe some Delta are involved in the ranks of Shadow Company.